We know global communities means it when they say localization. We were registered on 19th September 2019. We were legally registered to operate in Zambia. Just after the registration, Kerry came to Zambia to help us fundraise. That endorsement from leadership in GC just opened up the path for us. And now, which I've come to learn about GC, they were so intentional about localization. And they said, we want to support you, we want you to be independent. So the US ambassador in Zambia was very happy to have Kerry in country. Kerry said, you're going with me to this meeting. Later in the evening that day, we had the reception at the ambassador's house. And I walked up to, because Kerry had opened the way, so I walked up to the head of health in the mission. I said, we are a very new local organization. If you had put out anything for funding, would you consider us? Because we're very new. And says, just look out for anything called New Partnership Initiative. Literally a day after, USAID had called out for proposals under the New Partnership Initiative. So it was a lot of integrating HIV into OVC programming. And when we saw it, this is crafted for us. We're among the 3 local organizations that got this first award. I mean, for me, it was just unbelievable. Localization hasn't come without challenges. I said, you need a sponsor out there, somebody in leadership of an INGO. I call them sponsors that have helped to set you up. They need to be intentional about it. So they have to transform themselves on how they do capacity strengthening. So how are they going to be doing capacity strengthening in the context of localization and make it work? Because these INGOs have been doing these programs for a long time. They have the experience. They have the resources to help do this. You have to have the will as local team to do this. And it's a lot of hard work. So for the lessons we've learned, and I would want to pass on to other, for instance, GC country programs that want to go through this localization process. When you start thinking about this, going through the legal process of registering the organization, and yes, lawyers are very important to engage in this process. But think about your own resource mobilization strategy or model. What's your business model? How do you want it to be like? You need to invest in human resource, the right people to do the right job. Do you have strong systems? Are you structured to be able to apply for these kinds of awards and to manage them? So you really need to think about all these system strengthening. I cannot emphasize more on the importance of having a business development strategy when you are starting up your organization, because that's the only way you're going to survive. So localization for me has provided a path for locals to be able to contribute to the country's development. So not just at the health sector, how can we go to other sectors? Climate change, agriculture, education, because I said we have to do this sustainably as locals, and we have to start looking into other sectors. We need to shifting power to make the locals, because they're the ones who will remain to sustainably do these programs in partnerships with the governments, in partnership with the private sector. So localization is making that possible.